I challenge anyone to a sing-off. It's the dumbest thing to say, because singing is not a competition, folks. Taste in a singer is subjective, right? And the reason why I'm saying is because, like, okay, so I did this video about Ken Tamplin. Somebody's like,
why don't you challenge him to do a sing-off? Why don't you have a sing-off with Ken?
Just does not make any sense. It's subjective, so it's to the taste of whoever judges it. You know, I can sing something and sound technically great, but people may go like, he had no soul in it. Like, so take Eric Clapton as a guitar player, and you take Yngwie Malmsteen. They're both technically good. Yngwie plays with a lot more speed and many more notes. Eric Clapton, it's all feel. You know, lay low. You get my point there. You can have one person who likes blues guitar would judge that competition and go, well, hands down, Eric Clapton won it. Then you can have somebody who's like amazed with guitar wizardry and speed to go, Yngwie wins that, hands down, Eric Clapton sucks. Similarly with vocals, you can take someone who's like a really technically great singer, for example, like Bruce Dickinson, can hit super highs and add that distortion in there that's like, you know, like you listen to that, I listen to his voice, like it's got that sound that just like, oh man, how does he get that sound? Like, he puts a lot of nasal effort in there first, like white man came across the sea, he brought us pain and misery. I'm getting a little sidetracked with Bruce Dickinson because I've been geeking out on Bruce Dickinson's voice a lot lately as well. He's competing against Kurt Cobain, and you listen to the two of those and you'd be like, right, somebody that likes technical singing and high stuff and distortion, you know, all that kind of stuff that Bruce does would be like, Bruce Dickinson wins that, hands down, best singer in the world, Kurt Cobain sucks. And then you take somebody who like feels that melodic angst that Kurt Cobain sings with and doesn't really like the technical stuff as much. And they would say Kurt Cobain, hands down, wins that. Bruce Dickinson, that sucks. There's no feeling in it. You know, what's he singing about as opposed to Kurt Cobain? What's he singing about? That maybe that has more feeling. But then again, it's subjective. Who judges it? That's the thing. Then who is the judge of the singing competition? Not could be anybody. Like, I mean, if you could say, well, like Simon Cowell is going to judge. Can Simon Cowell sing? No. Why is he a judge? So he's seen many singers. So that's like, he's a reactor then. So does that make him, you know, the king of all the world in terms of judging people? I don't know. I think a lot of it is down to like that kind of acting thing. He's willing to act like the jerk, you know what I mean? And in a lot of things, he's ready to put that out online and just be like the way he is, the Simon Cowell that he is, and we all know and we love to hate. Anyway, so it's subjective. Who's the judge? That the judge is going to be completely subjective in their own mind as to what they want to. And so then what's the outcome of it? The outcome is like, it is a resultant self-esteem of the participant. So if I'm competing against someone else, there's always going to be somebody better or somebody worse. So if I'm worse than the person, if I lose the competition, I'm going to say, well, I suck, I hate myself, blah, 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 whatever. I'll just be like really super annoyed and start to hate that other person or whatever. Like, say I won the competition. Like, that could be even worse, because if I win the competition and go, yes, I sing better than such and such, well, then that puts a lot of pressure on someone's ego to never fall below the winner of the whole world, right? You know, so then I may start to do things like miming or pitch correction, auto-tune, things like that, so I sound better than I actually do. So How is it? It's neither. It's not even a winning game. If I win, then I'm up here, and I have to protect my ego at all costs, like, because I have to be the one who can sing better than anybody else, right? I have to be that person that is the top of the game, and I always have to protect that. So there's no real winner in the end of that. And from probably watching competitions, like even if somebody that wins that person, whether or not they go on to be an actual star, is not completely reliant on them winning that competition. It's kind of whatever they do after. 9 times out of 10, it's their personality. It's their stage presence as a person. Can they pull it off, like on a bigger scale, their ability to entertain the crowd? It's like if it's a good voice and people, they could just stand there and sing really well and people go, yeah, they're great. Yeah, amazing. But if they're just standing there, who's going to go pay and see that? Like, it's not that many people are just going to go and stand and pay to watch somebody just stand there. They want to be entertained. That's why, like, the Taylor Swifts of the world, the Dua Lipa, Beyonce, all of these, a lot of times they will mime stuff because they're dancing, they're putting on a whole show. It can be super hard to dance and sing. It puts a massive toll on the body to dance around and sing. I know this because I do that myself. Like, I perform for 2 hours dancing and singing, and I sing the whole time. I sing the backing vocals when the female is singing the lead vocals. Life is a mystery. What is that? Like a prayer. Okay. So in that, there's like choir vocals behind. But I'll sing along with that because I don't feel comfortable miming, like just going, standing there with my mouth open. It just makes me feel silly. Plus, it helps me to, sing more and keep the vocals warm by, stand alone and you call my name. Yeah, whatever. Regardless of whether that sounded good there. The thing is, what I'm getting to about this singing competition thing is that if you want to compete with anyone, compete with yourself. That's why I say rock your best vocals where your best keeps getting better. Always do your best, and then you can always feel good about yourself. If you walk away and you had a crappy night, whatever, if you did your best, then don't feel bad about yourself. Like, if you tried your best, then you can only feel good about trying your best. Like, there's no point in beating yourself up. There's no point in judging yourself and going, oh, I sucked tonight, blah, blah, blah. You can acknowledge that. Yeah, I sucked tonight, and like, whatever, this is what I do on a regular basis is I analyze, okay, what did I do differently? Or like, what did I not do that I know that I should have done, where it comes to, like, maybe not biting the apple. And look, if you don't know what I'm talking about there, you can watch that video up there, or I put a link to that at the end with biting the apple, and that goes along with the chord closure. Am I yawning? Am I yawning into this and biting the apple and supporting? So if you don't know about support, you can click that link down below. Singing Support Secrets. That will help you to understand the main thing about singing is that support. Like, if you don't have support, nothing else is really going to work. Because when I'm pushing to get more kind of legitimate chesty sound into my voice and like cut over the band, you have to have support. If you don't have support, you're not going to sound as good as you can with it. So sure, you can sing without support. You can sing falsetto all you want, and you can sing in pitch and everything like that. But if you don't have support behind your voice, you're either going to not cut through the band and be resonant enough. When I say cut through, I mean, like, I use that in the kind of the terms of like an opera singer cutting through the orchestra. Even though you have a mic, you're still gonna sound weak. coming out over the PA if you're just singing in falsetto and I'm like this, blah, blah, blah. Once I never could hope to win, you started down the road, leave me again. But if you have good chord closure, once I never could hope to win, you started down the road, leave me again. You have that ability to add a little bit more chesty resonance. Practice that yourself. You can without putting too much strain in here. Trying not to from the bottom. That's pushing a bit too much strain in there. But if you work with that chord closure like this, and you have your biting the apple, then you know you're doing your best. That's all you can do. Remember the things that worked best for you and do those. And sometimes there's so many things going on in your mind, so many things. If you're trying to entertain the crowd and, maybe there's a new song and you're trying to remember the words, there's a lot of stuff going on. So you can sometimes falter on one of the things that goes into a good technique. But the more you practice them, the more you remember, the more you think about all these things when you're doing them, the better you'll get overall. That's why I say your best keeps getting better, because you always can find a way to improve a little bit more to get whatever sound you want out of your voice. So, and I'm saying this, look, if I can do this, you can do this. But you have to not be judgmental of yourself, not be in competition with someone else, be in competition with yourself, and in a nice, easy, non-judgmental competition with yourself on how can I improve to get a little bit better, while always giving yourself that pat on the back because you did your best. You know that tomorrow you can even sing better because you're going to remember those things that maybe you faltered on today or whatever. I hope this video has helped you learn how to be less judgmental with yourself, with others, and just enjoy singing. It's the expression of emotion. So rock your best, focus where your best keeps getting better. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.